Alright guys, let's have a little talk. I want to discuss the top things you should know about modifying your chainsaw. Now, first thing is, do you do regular maintenance on your chainsaw? If the answer is no, you should probably not start modifying it. Now, by maintenance, there's a couple different things you need to keep track of. One, you need to replace your spark plug at least every year. That's loose. At least every year. Once a year is a nice general rule of thumb. Nice and simple. Next, how often do you clean or replace your air filter? If you're about to say never, then don't modify your chainsaw. Do us all a favor. You need to clean or replace your air filter on a regular basis. It's not very difficult to take that off. Literally, on this model, there's just one big knob right here on the back. Now, there are two good things you should be doing. Now, let's continue. Bars and chains are expensive. You should replace it on a regular basis. You should keep your chain nice and sharp at all times. If it is ever dull or not cutting at full performance, you should replace or sharpen your chain. I'm not saying this as a, oh well, you should go replace your chain, buy more stuff, things like that. No. Your saw performs better with a good sharp chain. Now, this is a one last maintenance item on your chainsaw is your sprocket. I don't know if it's going to zoom down in there or not. Right there is your sprocket. Now, if it shows any signs of wear, any at all, not just like, oh well, it's not that bad. No, if it shows any signs of wear at all, it should be replaced. Now, let's go over the modifications that I have done to this chainsaw to make it cut faster, better, and at full performance. One, I run a quality spark plug. I like Bosch or NGK. The Bosch number for a steel chainsaw is WSR6F. That's the spark plug I run in any steel equipment, or any steel chainsaw that calls for that number. The new 1 series, some of those do call for a different number, so check and see what spark plug you do require, but run a quality. I do not recommend Champion for anything. I'm saying that right now. I do not recommend Champion on any equipment, car, lawnmower, anything. Let's see if I can get a nice. You gonna zoom for me or not? There. If you notice how flat this is right here, this is your gauge for your chain. That tells it how much to cut off here. I have filed that down slightly, not much, not a whole lot, a little bit, just a little tiny bit. That makes it cut a bigger chip while it's cutting. Another thing you'll notice is that I have what Stihl likes to call rapid cut. It's square, right here. See how it's got a square edge out here? That's full chisel or rapid cut. My chain is not safety chain. It doesn't have anything in between the cutting teeth. Anything in between here slows you down. Now you're going, but Ethan, I thought we were going to talk about modifying my chainsaw. This is boring stuff. No, this is very important stuff that you want to ignore so that you can go to filing inside your motor and doing stupid shit that's not required. Now, bear with me. I've owned this chainsaw for some time. Now, I have filed this down just a little bit. On the bar I run, I've got a greasable tip. It's a good idea to put some grease in there. Steel OEM bars do not have a greasable tip. That's their choice. I like it. A friend of mine custom makes these dogs on the front for the front of the saw. So, well, actually, mine's loose. I need to tighten that back up. I've got an oversized set of front dogs on my chainsaw because it grips better. When you can get more bite on it, you can make it cut more. Just something that I like to do. Now, let's talk about the sprocket again. Again, anytime you see wear, it should be replaced. On my sprocket, I've got the Pro Rim system. You just have a replaceable ring that slides off the end of the sprocket. I have what I call a speed sprocket on mine, which is an 8-tooth. It is a bigger sprocket, and it turns the chain faster per the RPMs of the saw. You go to a smaller tooth, less teeth, and it'll turn the chain slower. Kind of like big mud tires on a pickup truck. The odometer's off. It's running faster than it says it is because it's a bigger tire. Bigger sprocket means the chain turns faster. This gives you more RPMs, but you have less torque on the saw. There's a Professional Series Steel 60cc chainsaw. I run a 16-inch bar. I am cutting firewood with it. It eats the wood up. A Steel MS290 is approximately 55 cc's. It runs a smaller chain than my chainsaw, and most people buy them because they can put a 20-inch bar on them. It's a smaller chainsaw than my chainsaw with a 20-inch bar. This saw will run a 24 or 28-inch bar up to, and I run a 16-inch bar. That seems like a lot of saw for a little tiny bar. It is, but it cuts really fast. So, what modifications have I done? Maintenance, but that's not a mod, Ethan. Okay, but it's still very important. It's more important than modding your chainsaw. Speed sprocket, modified chainsaw chain, and make sure you maintenance your bar and that your bar is in good working order. So, what mods have I done? High speed sprocket, full chisel chain with the rakers cut down just a little bit, 16-inch bar. That's it. There's no other mods necessary on a chainsaw. And a lot of people are probably clicking away right now after watching 8 minutes of video to hear me say there's no mods necessary, because you're going, but I clicked on it because it said things you should know about modding your chainsaw. Right? There's not much you can do to get more performance out of your chainsaw that's not going to endanger the life of your chainsaw. This saw retailed for $800 something new. Why would I want to endanger its life by drilling a hole in my muffler, taking a file to my cylinder, trying to file get a quicker rev? It's all nonsense that's going to end up harming it. There are some internal mods, and we might go over this on a later video. There are some internal mods that you can do on certain models, and we'll definitely talk about that in a different video. But in particular, don't worry about putting the biggest bar you can put on your chainsaw. Don't worry about modifying it. Worry about keeping it up on maintenance. I've seen people run their saws 5, 7, 10 years and never replace a sprocket, never fix a spark plug, and they want to know why it doesn't run anymore. And, oh, well, that was such a piece of junk because, you know, I left gas in it, now it won't run, I just bought it last year. Well, do the maintenance, run good oil, run premium gas, and you'll have very good life out of your chainsaw, and it will run at its peak performance. With the simple external mods that I've done, I am very happy with this chainsaw, and I can't think of a chainsaw that I like more than this one right here. It's light for what it is, it gets the job done, it does it quickly, and it never throws a fuss. And if I need to or wanted to, I can run a 20, 24, 28 inch bar, and it will do that okay. But with this 16 inch bar, it just eats the wood up and never hesitates. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below the mods you did to your chainsaw, what you think it did better, and tell me if you think I'm right or if you think I'm wrong. And if you want to see more of my videos, subscribe. Thanks for watching.